Hey, Unstuck family. Last time we got really deep and we identified the 5 signals from your childhood that your childhood is still running your life. You saw how these patterns of people please and scarcity and the need to fix everything showed up in your life today. So now, what we're going to talk about today is so what? Now I know how it is. I know where it came from. Now what? Now it's time to know the problem, and it's another thing to fix it. Not really fix it, but correct it. This isn't about identifying the flashing red lights on the dashboard. It's about getting under the hood and rewiring the engine. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to rewire your brain and break free from the past. This isn't about mysticism or feel-good stuff, because believe me, healing yourself is not feel-good. It can break down before it gets better. This is about real neurological change. And remember, I always talk to you about how your nervous system reacts about a lot of things? This is going to be it. You're not a prisoner of your history, and your nervous system has adopted a behavior or an action because you were a prisoner. Your brain is not a static machine. It's a dynamic, adaptable powerhouse, and we're going to learn how to make it take control so that you can run your own life. Are you ready? So let's get into it. For years, we were taught that once your brain develops, that's it. You're a certain way and you'll always be that way. But the science says otherwise. The most powerful discovery of the 21st century is that we have neuroplasticity. That's a great thing. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change, adapt, and recreate neural pathways. So that's good for us, because those of us who have experienced trauma, we don't have to go through life like this. Get it? Think of your old stuck signals. They're deeply worn into the roads of your mind, right? Of your brain. And every time you react from fear or a limiting belief, you're just driving over the same old ruts, making them deeper and deeper. So it's like driving a car on the same path, and your tires are digging in each time, going around and around. Sort of makes me think about the Israelites. But every time you choose a new thought or a new action, you're literally paving a new road. So just imagine you're going along that road, you dug a deep path. Now it's easy for you. You don't even have to move the wheel. Now suppose you get off. You go a different way. It's hard to get on there, but now you're steering. You're steering. So you start paving a new path. That's how we're going to rewire your mental thoughts. So here are 3 mental tools that you're starting for you to take the wheel. Your journey is being unstuck is not the action, okay? But it's an interruption. You have to interrupt the old pattern. You have to turn the wheel from the old pattern so you can install new ones and go a different direction. Whether you go left or right, you have to make the change. So here are 3 mental tools to start using today. The 1 is pause and question method. Your subconscious mind is built for speed. Remember that. When a stuck signal gets triggered, it wants to go down that old familiar road. Your job is to pump the brakes. When you feel the familiar urge to people please, to procrastinate, to say I'm not good enough, stop. Hold your tongue. Take a single intentional breath, and then make the movement. Now, in that moment of pause, ask yourself one question. Is this choice my adult choice or my unstuck self that's making this decision. That's it. Just one question. Ask yourself, is this my adult choice? Okay? You don't have to answer. The act of pausing and asking the question is enough for you to create a tiny gap for you to stimulate from your old path to a new response. So in that gap, reclaim your power. Number 2, the new narrative exercise. Okay? Your life is a story that you tell yourself. The old story says, I'm a failure, I'll never be able to, whatever. But the new story is up to you. Once you're paused, it's time to actively replace that old narrative to a new one. Now, this isn't about blind affirmations. It's about speaking a new truth that you're effectively building. If the old narrative says, I'm not good enough, don't go for that promotion. The new one says, I am committed to learning and growing, and I'm taking the next step. If the old one says I have to say yes to everyone, the new one says, not this time, buddy. My time and energy are valuable, and I choose to invest them wisely. It's just that simple. Speak your new narrative out loud. Don't let you quietly say it, because your mind always speaks loudly because it's internal. But your mouth is the sounding board for you to make it shut off. So repeat it. Every time you do it literally, because you're craving to drive down that same road. Remember, you're empowering your story in your mind, not your mind empowering you. And the last one is the internalized voice technique. The most debilitating stuck signal is the one that tells you, this is just who you are. This is a lie. That critic, the fear-based voice, is not you. It's your program. Imagine that voice as a separate entity. Give it a funny name, like I give mine sometimes, Jose. Or give it just a silly name that you know it's talking. So like maybe Stuck Sally or Complicated Craig, whatever. When it starts talking, you can acknowledge it and say, thanks for the feedback, Stuck Sally, Jose. But I'm taking the wheel now. Get in the back seat and don't be a backseat driver. That might sound silly, but it's a powerful psychological tool. It separates you from the voice. So you can stop seeing your thoughts as part of your identity. It's part of you. It's no longer I'm a failure, but the old voice, which is not me, is trying to tell me I'm a failure. You're choosing not to listen. Listen, there are no passive exercises. They are mental, actionable steps. Every time you pause, question, and choose a new narrative, you're strengthening a new pathway, and you're letting the old stuff get out of here. This is real work. So when you're becoming unstuck, it's a lot of work. It starts in the mind, but it shows up in your reality. So in our next video, we're going to take the mental rewiring and turn it into consistent, unstoppable actions. I'm giving you the Unstuck Toolbox, 3 daily habits to build momentum and design your new reality. So hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and get ready for the next step. Until then, keep watching, keep questioning, and start taking the wheel. You got this.